G'day Overtakers, here we are, Powercruise.
What are we going to do? We're going to get some footage of some cars, usual.
Yeah, the usual, talk to some people.
Bring some interviews.
Let's try and get some different cars. Let's try and get some crazy builds. What do you reckon?
Give it a go. We'll see what's there. See who we can talk to. We might even just jump in a couple of cars, go for a ride.
Yeah.
We've got some passes, some passenger passes, so we're all lined up to do that. And we'll even do some live feeds today, so keep an eye out on our YouTube channel or Facebook for live feeds. If you haven't hooked up to our socials, jump on there. If you're liking what you see, jump on and subscribe and like. We'll mention that at the start of the video for a challenge.
Yeah.
But let's go get some action and we'll catch you at the end.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir. What's the big deal about a barra? Here we are, sitting in your VE, mate. This is a bit of a work of art, something a little bit different.
Yeah.
I was just saying before, as you know, I've got an HJ and put an LS in it.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Went a bit new school in the old school rig, but what do you got going on here?
Mate, I've actually done totally the opposite. I went old school in new school with a small block chev in the VE, so something different. Everyone's got the LS's in them, and I thought, nah, I'll do something different here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it stands out, that's for sure.
Small block, 350 chev.
Yeah, stroker with the 871 on it.
So stroked out 383?
Yep, sure is.
Mate, that pumps it along, puts a bit of fuel through there, a bit of air.
Yeah, no, it does. It moves along and it sucks the juice, of course. So if you want the power, you sort of got to pay for it, don't you?
How do you get that power through to the...
Well, I've got a huge performance 3-speed with a trans brake, so that turns the tyres pretty good. So
Yeah, right, and that's full manualised?
Full manualised it is, so it's you pull down gears to go up gears. It's a good bit of gear in the box, so won't break it. It's good for about 1,000 horsepower.
And then what, standard diff?
Standard diff in it. When I bought the car as a roller, it had a standard diff. It was blown actually, the diff, so all I did is I'm going to blow the diff anyway, so I just ended up welding it and locking it up. So it's held up now, so I haven't broken it yet.
What started you out in cars? How did you sort of started on the journey? What was your first car?
My first car, believe it or not, was a Holden. I've been a Holden man. I've had a couple of Fords, but my first car was a Holden Gemini, and thrashed that around on my P's and killed it. And then always wanted something a bit quicker, and I ended up getting a LJ original GDR. Had that for a little while. Took that down to summer. Had some fun in that. That was about when the VN Commodores were out.
Oh,
so
right.
Used to beat the VN Commodores at the time they were out. So it was a pretty quick little thing with the triples on it. And
yeah.
That was a good car. And another car I had, which I should never have sold, was a 85 model VK SS Commodore. Had that for a long time. Sat in the garage, just registered it, drove it probably 2-3 times a year, and ended up parting ways with it because I wanted to go travelling, which was a big mistake, but you live and learn. So, but who's to know? Later on in the future, what's going to happen.
What sort of got you into the cars to start with?
Just my father, my background. My dad owns a big panel shop in Sydney, and I was brought up around cars and was always around them. And then just from there it grew. So
yeah, it's always been in the blood.
Always been in the blood. So and then with this, when I moved to Queensland, I got my VE L98, my work car, and then I come up with this engine. My mate had a hold of it, and then I ended up with it, and just thought I'd do the build. So I've done it for the right price. Is the only reason I've done it. Now I've just got a toy car, track car, so have a bit of fun in.
Yeah, right.
It's good.
And it's a wrap, obviously.
Yes, I wrapped it, believe it or not.
So you did this yourself?
I did. The paint was a bit average on it, so yeah, I did it myself. I looked around, and you can get the wrap here in Australia. People want 800 to 1,000. I ended up getting it out of Singapore online, and I paid, I think, $280 for 20 metres of the wrap, 1.5, and just wrapped it myself.
Right, and it's like a mirrored finish, but it's matte.
Yeah, it's a matte red chrome, it's called, and it just changes colour in the different light, and when it's wet, it looks even different again. There's been a lot of interest in it. No one's ever seen it, I don't think.
Yeah, I think everyone's definitely like it. The sun's shining off it, it pops, and everyone's like, "Wow, what's that?" I know it did for us as well when we first saw it.
Yeah,
so I was like,
good.
"Check this out," and then I think they're checking out that motor, aren't they? Trying to work out what's going in there.
It was out of a show car, out of a Camaro, so it's pretty shiny and got it all going on. But when I'm with the car, because being old school, I pulled out all the ABS, like basically had to rewire the whole car because it's not running on a computer anymore.
Yeah.
So everything I had to get rewired for it and put all the gauges in, and yeah, it was a bit of a job, but I got there in the end. Being a carpenter, I was didn't know what I was doing, but I ended up working it all out and everything worked. So.
And you said you basically did this in a driveway.
I did this, believe it or not, I did it. Got the car, got it towed to my mate's house, sat there. Me and my mate put the engine in, just had to make the engine mounts for it, moved the steering rack forward, had the reverse sump on it, so basically got that in pretty good and finished. I built the whole car in the driveway at my mate's house.
Yeah, how cool is that?
Yeah.
Hopefully see you back out on the track today as well.
Yeah, you will for sure.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Good
Thanks
mate.
for talking
Enjoy
to
the
us.
show, thank you.
Nigel, here we are sitting in your ute, mate.
I know, right?
I thought I'd have a chat because there's a lot of history in this ute with you, isn't there?
Yeah, this has been with me and my wife for a long time.
Yep.
We originally bought it in New Zealand off a mate Ben, and it was an absolute stock standard. It was orange, 6-cylinder, 3 on the tree. You can see it was 3 on the tree.
Yep.
Standard diff in the back end, and when I bought it off him, I said to him, I says, mate, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to take it home, I'm going to pull all that shit out of it, I'm going to put a V8 in it and go and do burnouts. And he was like, send me videos.
That was it, and that's where it started.
And that's where it started. So we took it home. First thing we did, we went straight into the shed, and a mate of mine, Brett, and me, we stripped it back, we V8'd it, we made our own cross members, we built everything at home, fitted the motor and all that shit, and we went to Morrinsville Burnouts Scrap Palace, and we fought there for years to actually win it. And then, so that was every time we went there, we blew a motor, a bit of piston out the side, or just basic stuff like that. About 4 or 5 diffs. We did diff changes right at the pad, and stuff like that. It was fantastic. And then we got real serious about it. So I couldn't have done it without my wife Tracy.
Yep.
She was amazing. So she would stinge on groceries, and we built a 383 from Papakura Motors Murray Smith. And it was a tough engine. It was so tough. And he says, don't rev it over this. I went, no, I won't do that. So we drove it for about 7-8 months, and I didn't rev it over that. And then I saw a mate of mine do a really fat burnout, and I said, I need to beat that. So I wound the revs up, and apparently you can't do that.
Exactly what he said.
Yeah, so over-revved it, blew it to bits, and then we threw a few other motors. We've had about 19 engines in this thing.
Yeah, right.
I think about 7 diffs. Still my original transmission, it's a 350 turbo trans.
Yeah, right.
And then Powercruise came to New Zealand, obviously, and there was Loader and Brash and all that come over, and Peter Sawyer, and Gup, obviously. He usually turns up at a Powercruise.
Yeah, just occasionally.
Yeah, occasionally. And he goes, oh, if you want to come to Aussie, come over. So I was like, yep. So a month later, I landed in Australia. And as everyone probably already knows, I drove tilt trays around Australia.
The Lay-Low towing?
Lay-Low towing it is, and closed.
Yep.
So I know that we moved your car.
You did, and that's actually how I met you. Brought my car up from, where did that come out of, Ballarat?
Ballarat, yes.
Yeah, so, and I actually knew the secret then. Tracy told me that she was bringing your car over
I know.
from New Zealand.
I didn't know about it. I didn't know. It was quite cool. So I got back, I think it was just after you got your car at some stage. I can't remember the exact date. And it was in August at some stage. And I got back and I just walked into the workshop, you know, and there's a cover over a vehicle, which you have all the time. And the front of it, looked like there was a massive supercharger, so I took no notice. And Gup comes to me and he goes, oh, I need you to take this car down and get it some work done at high torque. I was like, yep, no problems. He goes, uncover it and take it down. So I put my head under to get the cover off, you know, you got a strap under a cover. And I looked underneath and I was like, that's my cross member. And I sort of started looking and I realised it was my ute. And I had a few tears, I have to be honest. I was overcome with emotion. This thing means the world to me and my wife. And so from there, we got it obviously, and we chucked a small block in it, and that didn't last very long. And then High Torque come on board, and they have just built an amazing 6-litre.
Yep.
It's got good horsepower at the back. I just haven't been able to fault it today and yesterday. I'm just absolutely raking it, and it is just performing the whole way. High Torque has just done the best job of it.
That's awesome. And this is a completely different colour, because this was known as General Lee.
It was known as the General Lee, and so I decided that, looking around at other vehicles around, I thought, well, I'm sort of 70 years behind the times.
Yeah.
So we went through and we got Jacob to get it done. So he stripped it back, painted it. We got it a couple of days before Powercruise, and a mate of mine, Heath, and Ward, we got it back together as good as we could to get it here, because it was a bit of a rush.
Yeah.
And now it's obviously pink or salmon. It's salmon. Nah.
Salmon?
Nah, it's actually
don't,
pink.
don't want to call it pink.
No, it is pink. I'll admit it. It's pink, and this is what I wanted.
Yep.
Everyone says, "Oh, you did it for your wife." Partly for my wife, but this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted.
No, it's pretty cool.
It's different.
And now it's all dusty, and it's hard to get a good shot of it now, but because it's dusty and covered in rubber.
Yes.
But I did see some shots of it when it was just done, and
yeah,
you sent a couple of shots over to me, and it looks pretty amazing.
It does. It's come up really nice. Still got a few little things. We haven't quite finished the bodywork on it.
But of course, you've blown some tyres and made some marks anyway.
It'd be rude not to blow them. We've had a lot of people come out and questioning why we're running a radiator in the back. So there's one in the back and there's one in the front. They're like, why are you doing that? So on a burnout pad, I go out at normal running temperature, which is around about 180.
Yep.
And limit bash it, just give it a hiding, and I come off the pad at 180.
Yeah, right. So
it's all to do with cooling. We've got a massive oil cooler. I've got all these budget gauges in here that tell me what's going on. And it's all just for burnouts.
So you hope not to have to put another 19 motors in it?
No, I think Trace would probably kill me if I said I need to put another motor in it. But I've had so much support, like Gup's been really good support for me as well, as he's big in the car scene. And he's been amazing for help. High Torque, I can't thank them enough for all the hours that they put in the head on the dyno for hours and hours. We had a few little teething issues, and they stood by their work 100%, and they got it sorted. And it is, I just couldn't be happy with what they've done.
Oh, that's very cool.
And then we've got all the mates on board as well, and yeah, it's been an amazing journey.
That's good. I appreciate you coming on and having a chat. Everyone knows I'm partial to old Holden, so
Gotta be.
that's the way, mate. That's the way. Especially with an LS in it now.
Yeah, well,
it's the way to go now, isn't it?
It is the way to go, and they perform really well.
Yeah, And if you want to treat them like you're treating them, then that's what you need, something that can handle
gentle.
I beg to differ, but
No, not a problem, mate.
no, all good, mate. I appreciate you coming on, and yeah, we look forward to seeing you out on the track. Maybe we'll get out there and have a run with you.
Mate, that'd be great, mate.
Perfect. Thanks, Nigel.
Thanks, buddy.
See you, mate.
See ya.
All the boys and sticker on the back confirms it.
Scott, here we are, sitting in a pretty mad bloody burnout car here.
Yep.
Has this come all the way from Tassie?
Yeah, mate, certainly have.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So now you do the circuit with this, the Wizard?
Yeah, well, our first year out and about in it, so
Yeah.
we're starting to get about and round a few of the burnout meets and, you know, power cruises, so
Yeah.
it's good.
And what's under this massive blower hat here?
Oh, look, 871 BDS on methanol,
Yep.
408 cube, Kelly's crank, Kelly's rods, JE pistons, ported heads, Jessel rockers, all the good gear, full billet sump designed by BG Engines with their custom dry sump pump and setup, so yeah, it's been a pretty good deal.
And what sort of box? This is a...
It's Paul Rogers TH400,
Yep.
so one of his premium deals. It's got one of his custom valve bodies in it, billet valve bodies. So with the engine braking, which yeah, mate, we found outstanding. It's been great with the
And
engine
you've had
combo.
no real issues with
No,
this?
mate, we've done Powercruise Tassie now, Burnouts, Power Play, and now we've given it a fair hiding here in Queensland for the last 2 days, and yeah, we've had no issues whatsoever.
Now, how does one end up in a burnout car like this, mate? Where does it all start for you?
Oh, we started drag racing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and the drag racing scene sort of died in Tasmania. The track's pretty poor there, so burnout scene picked up really big there. We built a really big pad in Tassie, and Tassie Nats is just epic now, you know. 3 or 4 trucks come from the mainland for Tassie Nats for Burnouts. So,
Yeah.
So it's just a given, mate. We thought, well, no more drag racing, so we'll make it a burnout car. And yeah, I got the bug bad. I love it.
Yeah, right. And what's it like having that much power?
Mate, I still get tingles, eh? It's
Every time.
fucking epic.
Yeah, it's a bit of adrenaline goes on.
Little nervous pee before I go out.
Oh, good stuff, mate. I reckon I'd be doing that just in the passenger seat.
Yep.
Mate, and people end up in the passenger seat with you often as well?
Yeah, we take a few people out.
And how do they handle it?
Yeah, well, we
Shock?
just took Mum out for the first time, and she nearly wet herself. So yeah.
That would have been a great reaction video.
It was. We got her on live feed, so yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
Well done.
Yeah, check that out.
Mate, this is a very epic car, and you've got the paint work on it as well. That tailgate.
Yeah, that's all done by my shop, Swansea Paint Panel. So
Okay, and that's down in Tassie there.
Yeah, on the
obviously.
east coast of Tasmania. Yeah, we've got a custom paint shop. You know, we do a lot of restorations and all that sort of work, custom burnout cars. We look after a lot of the local burnout guys, so Skidzo and Shits and Gigs and a couple of other cars. They've been Masters ticket winners last year for Red Centre Nats. So
Okay.
yeah,
And we'll find you on Facebook.
yeah, Wizard on Facebook is our
That's for the car, and
Yeah.
if not, also the what was the name of the shop again?
Swansea Paint Panel.
Yep.
Yeah, we have a page for that as well. We're also on Insta, so
Jump on and check you out,
yeah, check us out.
and follow this car on the scene.
Yeah,
Because if it's the first year, right, there's more to come, mate.
yeah, mate, much more to come.
Excellent, mate. Appreciate you having a chat with us.
Cheers, man.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
End of the day.
End of the day, mate. Big day. Powercruise, you buggered?
I am very tired. Ready for bed.
How many steps you get?
Let's have a look. We got 14,000 over here.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'd have to look it up on mine. Somewhere up around there. There was a few steps. Legs are pretty sore. A lot of carrying the cameras around. But we got a bit of good footage. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like to see the cars that we brought to you.
Yeah, something a bit different. We got some pretty cool builds.
Yeah, definitely.
And some really good stories.
Yeah, there's a great story. I think the background of Nigel's car and the fact that he's had that for so long, you know, gone through 19 odd motors in that thing, and he drives it hard too.
Yeah.
He really does drive that thing hard. He doesn't hold back. So we did some laps as well. There's a bit of live footage on that actually from what we did. So yeah, we put a couple of lives as well. Hope you don't mind those. All right, well we might
Sign off.
sign off, yeah, because it's dark and pretty crappy camera work in this sort of light. But did what we did.
We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you subscribe, share it around to all your friends, hit like, and that's pretty much it. We'll see you in the next one.
Keep in the right lane.
G'day, guys.
No, hang on, I'm really serious face. Look at that. I gotta cheer up. Woo! All right. Sorry.
Can't say alright, remember?
Okay.
Yeah. Alrighty.
All right, let's go.
A long day. It's a good day though.
It was. We got to start again. I completely wasn't ready. I was just like,
Be a good start. Be sitting there going, come on, starting the intro.